Tell me if this sounds like you. You are a sole practitioner, you own your own law firm, maybe you've been running it for a while, or maybe you've just started. Or maybe you are a part of a smaller law firm with a few business partners. You work long hours helping your clients win their cases or to get successful outcomes. And I'm willing to bet you're a great lawyer and you've been doing this for a while. And you've had a lot of success and a lot of positive feedback from your clients, but overhead and things like staffing expenses continue to rise, and you need to start bringing in some new business. You know you need to get your law firm out there and start attracting new clients, and you've heard of digital marketing and SEO, but you're not sure where to start or the best way to go about it. Up until now, maybe you've been heavily relying on word of mouth to bring in new clients, or you've maybe dabbled a bit in online marketing, but it's not really going anywhere. And you don't really have a sense of direction or a plan. You're busy. You don't have time to learn SEO while being a full-time lawyer. On top of that, maybe you don't quite have the budget to hire a marketing agency just yet because you can't put the cart before the horse, you know? So, where do you start? How do you start getting clients online? How do you know what's going to yield the best results? I'm about to tell you. There are a few relatively easy things that you can do to jumpstart your online presence and start bringing in clients through the internet. The best long-term, most effective way to do this is with SEO. But what does online presence and SEO even mean? It's actually very simple. Online presence is essentially being able to be found on the internet in a variety of different places. Things like a website, a Facebook page, a business listing on a directory site like Avo or FindLaw or Justia, on Google when someone searches for things like family lawyer near me, or literally anywhere on the web that mentions your law firm. SEO is short for search engine optimization, which is simply the act of optimizing your law firm online to show up on search engines, and the most popular and important search engine being Google. So for example, good online presence through SEO would be showing up in the #1 spot on Google for personal injury lawyer in Houston, Texas. A lot of eyeballs are going to see your firm there. So where do you start? The answer is always start with your website. A website is the foundation of your online presence and of your SEO efforts. If you already have one, work on making it better. And if you don't have one, get one. There are 1,000,001 different ways to go about getting a website. If we're assuming that you don't have the budget for an agency to create one, which is the best option, by the way, I recommend to use a tool like Squarespace to set one up. It's super quick and easy, and it's relatively inexpensive. And this will definitely get you started. If you don't already have a domain name, aka the name that you type into your browser bar to get to your website, like www.mylawfirm.com, I recommend using your firm name. You don't need to be fancy and put keywords in your domain name, just keep it simple and you'll be good to go. Okay, but what do I put on my website, you might be wondering. Here is what your website should have at the very bare minimum, okay? #1, your firm name and your logo. That's pretty self-explanatory. And #2, a very clear call to action, as in a big, giant call now or contact today button that takes the user to a form to fill out, or a phone number to call. It has to be very, very, very clear how they can reach you. And #3, a picture of you. Yes, I'm serious. I don't care if you go to Walmart or take it with your phone. Get a decent looking portrait of you and the other lawyers at your firm as well, if there are any, and put it on your website. And #4, content. So write some paragraphs about what you do, who you help, and put that on your homepage. And then write 3 to 4 paragraphs each of your main practice areas and put those on their own pages within your website. And #5, reviews. If you have any reviews, feature them on your homepage. If you don't have any reviews, make it your mission in life to get some reviews so that you can put them on your homepage. And then number 6, successful cases. If you've had successful cases, write a short summary without names or dates or details or anything about each one and put them somewhere on your site too. Preferably also on your homepage. And if you have enough, they can be on their own page too. And number 7, your address and your phone number. Add your address, your phone number, and a link to your Google Maps location where your office is, and link it in the footer. So the global section at the bottom of your site where that little copyright info is. Also put your address, phone number, and Google Map on a contact page on its own in addition to the footer. Okay, so if you do all of the things I just mentioned, it's gonna be a really, really good start, I promise. Full disclosure, I always recommend, if you can afford it, to hire a marketing agency to design and develop your website. But honestly, this is a simple guide for busy lawyers. So I'm teaching you what to do if you can't hire an agency just yet. Now for some bonus points and extra credit, you're gonna wanna put keywords on your website that help you to show up on Google to your target audience for people that are searching on Google for those keywords. Without having access to fancy keyword research tools that an agency does, you can simply generate keywords for your homepage like this. Use this particular formula. Practice area, your primary practice area, plus the word lawyer in your city. For example, personal injury lawyer in Houston, okay? Now make sure that exact keyword is found on the text on your homepage at least 3 times, okay? So there is a lot more to it when you're practicing technical SEO optimizations, but for the sake of a quick guide, this is a really, really good start. All right, so you've got yourself a website. It might not be perfect, but it's up and it's gonna start helping you get some clients online. So now what do? Now you're gonna wanna make yourself a Google business profile. This profile will be the foundation of your local SEO efforts. So local SEO is essentially the act of optimizing to be found on Google and Google Maps by people actually in your physical location, okay? So you're gonna wanna head over to business.google.com and literally just follow the on-screen steps to get started. It's really easy. You're gonna need to verify your listing by sending a postcard to your office address, which usually takes like a few weeks, but it's worth the wait. If you already see a listing on Google Maps for your firm, make sure to go to that listing and claim it and verify it for yourself. And then you're gonna wanna try to fill out your Google business profile as much as possible. So add photos, add your logo, add your services, fill out as many of the fields in your profile as humanly possible, okay? Google loves it when you're using their tools and you're using them to the full extent that they are available. All right, now you've got your 2 foundational items set up. Congratulations! After this is essentially building upon those 2 things, okay? So in a typical SEO campaign, like the ones our agency runs, we use a lot of different tactics to drive traffic and leads, but it usually includes things like link building, citation building, review solicitation, content marketing, video marketing, on-site technical SEO optimizations, and a few more, but those are the main ones. So all of these things that I just mentioned are aimed at increasing your online presence. So in a nutshell, getting more eyeballs on your website or other places that you found on the web, like your Google Business profile, in order to drive more leads and clients. All right, so without going into too much detail about the things that I just listed, I'll explain the 2 most important things for you to do in my opinion, that are also relatively the easiest for a busy lawyer like yourself. Number 1, like I mentioned earlier, gather reviews. So send all of your past clients to your Google Business profile to leave a Google review, or just ask them to write something in an email that you can use on your website. Triple, quadruple bonus points if you can get them to record a video testimonial, like on their phone or something, and send it to you. Those are honestly worth their weight in gold, okay? Reviews are absolutely insanely critical to help drive more leads online. And then number 2, link building. So this one is a little bit more difficult, but it's definitely worth it. So links are like digital votes. So the more votes that you get, the higher you appear when someone searches on Google for your services. So you can get links, for example, by asking your friend who isn't a competitor to link back to your website from their website. In exchange, you can link from your website to them. That's called a link exchange. Put the link on a page somewhere on your website that makes sense, preferably not on your homepage, but try to get them to link back to your homepage using your firm name as the anchor text, okay? So this means that the hyperlink will say your law firm name, i.e. Smith Personal Injury, and when you click that text, that's what leads to your homepage. Other ways to get links are to submit yourself to directories like Avo and Justia and bbb.org, your local chamber of commerce, Yellow Pages, make a social profile like Facebook business page and put a link back to your website on that profile, things like that. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it. The more links, the better. All right, and there you have it, a simple guide to SEO for busy lawyers. If you do these things, you are going to build a great foundation to start getting leads and clients from the internet. And if you want to go into further detail about any of these things, please visit our website. We have mountains of information about digital marketing specifically for lawyers. All right, thanks for watching.